Alright, hey everybody, and welcome to my 1.6.4 code update video. Today we're going to be going through updating our code from 1.6.2 to 1.6.4. The first thing we're going to start with is updating Forge. So to do that, we're going to go to files.minecraftforge.net, and we're going to download the source for 1.6.4. We want to get the recommended build. The latest build. There is a later build yet, but we're going to go with the recommended build, and we're going to download that source. It's going to take us to AdFly, and we're going to do this. We're going to do this. It's going to be fantastic. All right. Skip the ad. Download the file. Boom, bam. You know. Minecraft Forge, drag it to the desktop. There we go. Get rid of our browser. Alright, so we got it on the desktop now. I got Minecraft Forge here. I'm just gonna open this up, extract this, and we're gonna rename this to actually I'm gonna rename it to testing, since that's the one I'm gonna be working with. So we're gonna drag that into here, and we can now delete that. Goodbye. So open up testing, open up terminal. If you're on Mac, if you're on Windows, just open up the folder, double click install.cmd. If you're on Mac, you can't do that. So you're going to do that. Go to the folder, and then if you don't know this, you should know this by now because it was in my setup video. Sh install.sh. This is going to run through, and it's going to download anything it needs to download. Set up anything it needs to set up, and this time I'm gonna leave it like this. I'm gonna pause the video. I'm gonna let this go through. We're gonna come back when this is finished. All right, everybody. So we're back, and it has finished compiling the 1.6.4 version of the mod. So we're now gonna close the terminal. Now we just got this window right here. We're gonna go into testing. Actually, we're gonna open up testing. And we're going to open up testing, and we got to open up another folder here. So I'm going to close that. So we got to open up another Redstone tutorial folder here, and we got to go into Forge, MCP, Source, Minecraft. Same thing over here. Source, Minecraft. Now in 1.6.4 there's already an assets folder because there's some Forge stuff in here which you don't have to really worry about, but it's there anyway. So we'll copy over those first. So there's our textures, and now we're going to copy over the Redstone tutorial folder, and we are now good to go. All right, so. We're gonna open up Eclipse. That was my previous tutorial I was doing. So we're gonna open up Eclipse, and we're gonna start the next step. So we're gonna go into testing, which is the one because this is the one that we're updating. And we're gonna have a bunch of errors, and we're gonna fix every single one of them. How does that sound? Sounds fantastic, doesn't it? All right. So I'm gonna let this open. Hopefully it opens and doesn't just crash. Just gonna open. Fantastic. Alright, so let's get started here. Let's see what we got. We should have a bunch of errors in here. Right now we have nothing, which is really weird. Well, maybe it's still loading a little bit. I'll give it some time to get stuff going. It says we have 21 problems, so I'm guessing that's all the stuff that's in here. Oh yeah. So we got 21 issues with our code. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff we gotta look through. Okay. So this is gonna update. Okay, so source. There we go. Okay, so now we're all ready to go. So we're gonna open up all the files that need to be fixed. So that's our main class file, the block redstone log file, the entity ready Freddy file, our redstone chest GUI file, our render ready Freddy file, and then our custom spawner file. So we're going to start in redstone main. Let's kind of adjust our workspace here. There we go. So in here we have one problem, which is on this line, which is this func D thing. So we're just going to get rid of that, and we're going to go set unlocalized. Actually, it's already set, so we can just really just take this off. We don't even need this on here anymore at all. Removed. Fantastic. Done. So that's fixed. On to the next file, this one here. We have just some unimplemented methods, which are actually at the bottom of the file. So we're gonna go down here. It's created this thing right here. We're basically gonna have that return something. I'm just gonna go look at. So if we go to net.minecraft.block and we open up block log, you can find out what this is. So not locked chest. We want log. So if we find that function, I'm pretty sure it's near the bottom. What is it called? It's called get side icon. All right. So get end icon. Get side icon. I'm gonna copy both of these actually. So I'm not sure I have the one that may actually fix the problem I'm having. So get side and get blah blah blah. Yeah. Yeah, because this here is the old one. Actually, these are the old ones. Field C. I'm going to leave those in there for now. I'm just going to copy and paste these over like that. So the icon for the side of the block, icon for the top and bottom of the block. Add those in. It's going to get tree top, this dot tree top, which we set. Well, this dot tree top is equal to new icon, blah blah blah. We set that right there. And then this one here is that field C. So actually, yes, we can get rid of both of these up here. Get rid of them. Done. Fixed. Everything's working there. All right. So now we're on to the entity ready Freddy. We got this function axe thing. So we're gonna actually go into. Let's close up block here. We're gonna go to net.minecraft.entity.monster. And we're going to open up the zombie, so entity zombie. And I think we're just going to delete this function right here. Is no longer needed. We're doing different stuff for this. We got some different functions and different things to do for all of that for all of the entity attributes, which is this function right here. Copy and paste that over into our file like that. That's going to give us an error because but we do not need that one, so you can take that last one off. So basically, yeah, so this is your follow range. So I'm just gonna leave that follow range. This is your movement speed, and this bottom one is the attack damage, like that. Okay. So those are the three that are there by default. This move speed, we're going to update this to 0.5D instead of what it was, because that's too slow for our mob. And I think that's pretty much it. Of all we got to edit in there. Everything else is fine. It's just that one little thing. All right. So now we're going to jump over into our redstone chest. It's just this resource location thing. So this is a new package. This package no longer exists. So we're going to delete this package. And now it should ask us to import it again. And we want to import from net.minecraft.util. And that will fix that error. And then we just got this one error down here. So we are going to go into net.minecraft.gui, I think it is. net.minecraft.client.gui.inventory, and we're going to look at GUI container, GUI chest. We're going to look at this. I think this is the one we're looking for. So we're gonna look for draw GUI. So we're gonna find that function in there. So find. So it's right there. Yeah. So this is just a different thing. Okay. So you can close this. Let's just bring this right beside there. All right. So this line here, we're just changing the two things. We're going so here. This is mc.texture, right? .texture manager, is that correct? Get texture manager, so .get texture manager, and then we're gonna get it. And then we're gonna go .bind texture instead of what's in here now. So bind texture. And voila, that file's all fixed as well. So when you're fixing this stuff, you can usually, if you want to find fixes for things, you can usually just go through different files. Like I went through the GUI chest, and then I went through the zombie mob, and all that stuff to find out what the differences were with the functions that I had relative to what's in the zombie file. So you can just do things like that. And the same thing here. It's just that the resource location stuff. So get rid of that. We also have to add unimplemented methods, which I'm not sure what it adds. Oh, it adds this resource location, the get texture. So this is the new one. So we can grab this line, pop that out of there. There we go. And do that instead. There you go. Now, one thing I actually just thought of in our render, blah, 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 where did I see that? It was in here, I think. Yeah, that should be fine. So there you go. That's all fixed as well, and we'll test the stuff to make sure it's still all working fine afterwards. Now we're gonna go to the custom spawner, and we can just click a lot. So you see this bar that has all these have these red rectangles. You can just click on them to go to where the error is. So it's this entity living thing. I think I just got rid of that. I couldn't find out where it was coming from, and then that creates an error down at the bottom. It's just a texture thing. Okay, so we're gonna take this stuff off, and we're just gonna go redstone tutorial, and we're gonna put it in. It's gonna be called custom spawner underscore overlay. And there you go. That's pretty much everything. We should be able to launch, and everything should be working perfectly fine. We'll make sure of that. See, updating stuff isn't really too hard. One person was talking about their creative tabs not working. Like you saw, I didn't have any problems with my creative tabs, so there shouldn't be a problem with creative tabs. They should all be working fine. I may find other things like, maybe our custom biome doesn't work or something like that. But at least right now, that is all working. All right, so it's going to load us up. Fantastic. Our biome is working. That's great. Right next to the jungle. So we're just going to keep traveling along this until we find a little bit more of an open area. There we go. All right, so we're here. Now we're going to go into our, we're going to get our spawn egg. The texture for the spawn egg isn't working yet. That's working now. So I figured I didn't have, that wasn't working before, but it's working now. Still haven't figured out the spawn egg thing about why the egg part isn't working, but I will find that out. So if we should be able to spawn our mob, and if we go game mode C or game mode S, he should come after us. There you go. He has a lot of health. There you go. Look at that. Isn't that just fantastic? So our mob works. What else was broken? So let's go back into game mode C. So yeah, the logs are working again. All that stuff is good. Let's see. The bow is still in there, and it probably still fires normal arrows. That's all good. That's fantastic. What else do we got here? I'm pretty sure everything else was pretty much good. It was just, basic stuff. So there you go. Everything's working. We're updated to 1.6.4. Any other questions, post on the forum. I'll have a board for this, and you guys will be able to post on there. Link is in the description down below to go to the forum. And I will see you guys. Well, you'll see me tomorrow, and I'll see you guys whenever. I'm on Twitter all the time, so check me out on there. You'll see my my username for Twitter and all my social networks in the outro coming up right about now.